Hello and welcome to Love My Poland. Well, there's a new place for eating and dining here in Częstochowa, and it's called the American Pub. I've heard lots of good things about this pub. I've driven by several times, but you know, until today, I've never really stepped inside before. So I thought it'd be fun to take you, my audience, with me to see if it really passes the test of being American. At the same time, I'm genuinely intrigued to see how Polish people view us. When they say American bar, what elements stand out to them as being really American? The fact is, pubs like this one, they aren't unique here. There are dozens and dozens of American-style restaurants and bars scattered throughout the country. And I've visited a few of them in my years here. Some are pretty good and, you know, they catch that American spirit, but others aren't so good. It's kind of overdone in a way. Well, as you can see behind me, there's a rotating neon sign, probably the first thing that catches your attention. We Americans love our flashy animated signs. So they're off to a good start already before I've walked in. Well, I am starving. It is lunchtime. I'm hungry for a burger and a beer. Hopefully they have an American beer in there. Before I order, let's check out the pub thoroughly and see just what it has to offer. Let's head on in. The minute you walk through the front door of this pub, there is no doubt in your mind that you're in the right place because you are hit immediately with $1 bill wallpaper. I had no idea this existed. And I love this little motorcycle with the American flag gas tank, really touching. And let's go on in more. I'm going to start off today with a kind of a panoramic view of the whole place. It is a big, big pub, much larger than I thought. Let's take a look at the flair and the American gear they have in here. Let's go. If you're like me, you immediately notice the bar area the moment you walk in with these makeshift Jack Daniel's bottle lights. How creative. Never seen anything quite like that before. Oh, and for your information, I live about an hour away in Tennessee. When I'm back home, my family live in Tennessee, and it's about an hour to the distillery. If you're ever in Lynchburg, Tennessee, you have to take the free tour of the Jack Daniel's distillery. It's well worth your time. Let's move on to the next point. And check out the options for the tables and chairs here. You've either got these comfy sofa booth style seats, or another nice touch here is the tables propped up by barrels, oil barrels with Coca-Cola on them. It's a great choice. I love this pub already for supporting Coca-Cola. Pepsi, not so good. Alright, well, just behind the bar area in this pub, they have a full-size pool table. This is a must at a good American pub. I have never been to a pub without playing pool with some friends, shooting some pool, and I'm really excited because I've just also discovered on the other side of the pub here, there is Shuffleboard. Let's go over there and take a look. Well, here it is officially Shuffleboard. This is the first Shuffleboard I've ever seen in Poland, and between takes I actually talked to the owner of the pub and he told me this is one of only two in the entire województwo of Silesia, so it's a rare sight to see one of these in Poland. Glad we have it here in Częstochowa. The next thing I noticed as I walk around this pub are a lot of vintage signs. Take the Coca-Cola signs you see just behind me here. This being here really reminds me of restaurants back home I frequented, like TGI Fridays or Cracker Barrel, where you could also find plenty of nostalgic items or antique flair scattered throughout. I have to say I feel really good here. Well, another area where this pub got it right and appealing to my likings is the display of the greatest sport in the world, the sport of baseball. I particularly enjoy the way they've hung the bats in that cross fashion, ball and glove, right there on the wall. This caught my eye immediately. This is my favorite area to sit from now on. Well, it was my plan today to come to this pub and to order some good American food, and I'm going to have the American barbecue burger. And if you look at the menu with me, they've got a lot of other things like chicken burgers, they got veggie burgers, Philly cheesesteaks, Reuben sandwiches, and buffalo wings. That'll be on the menu next for me. And I think for lunch I'm going to have to get a Budweiser beer. Not a lot of American beers on the shelves here in Poland, so it's a good opportunity to bring me back to the flavor of an American beer. Alright, well, my burger and my ice-cold Budweiser have arrived. I'm about to do a taste test of the burger. Looks good so far. It's tall, it's meaty, it's got bacon and barbecue sauce. It's got to be good. A lot of sesame on top there. I want to say one more thing about this little pub here, this rather large pub. They've got TVs everywhere, so if you ever want to come here and watch a sports match, they even offer to put on baseball or American football for me. That was very nice. You can absolutely do that. That is an option. Well, let's cut right to it. Let's give this burger a taste test and see just how it tastes. It looks great. What can I tell you? The first thing that hits me is the buttery bun. They really buttered it nicely. The sesame is toasted nicely on top. The meat's cooked to perfection. The bacon's great. It is a delicious burger. And the Budweiser, I'll be totally honest with you, I have gone over to the other side. I prefer Polish beers, but it is an American Budweiser. It tastes like an American Budweiser, and it goes together. Anyway, come and visit this pub, American Pub, Rostownica Street here in Częstochowa. You won't be sorry that you dropped by. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in seeing future episodes that are on the way, go ahead and click the button right here on my American Budweiser so you don't miss out. Thanks so much, and see you in the next episode.